Welcome back to the Stupidest Podcast. This is your host, Justin Vandeventer. How's it going, guys? Missed ya? I got another special guy with me. That beautiful, that bearded, that bald-headed son of a bitch. You know who I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah. It's Justin Roddy Rodemacher right here, right now. Let's go.
What's going on, buddy?
I don't know. Not much. Just shaved my head not too long ago. It looks like you noticed that.
Yeah.
So
Looks good. When you had that we're on Zoom right now, and you had that curtain open, and that shine was really coming off of it.
Oh yeah, you said you couldn't even tell the difference where my head started and where the window stopped, or where it ended or started, or whatever.
Where the sunshine ended and your beautiful face began.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
So, how you been, buddy?
Not too bad. Just got done. Played a 9-hole round of disc golf today. Did some yard work.
Nice.
Got ready for the course, ready for the upcoming spring. So whenever that decides to show up.
I think we're going to have a house tournament here eventually.
Dude, we're thinking about it. We've already discussed it.
Nice.
Yep. Yeah, we the most we'd be able to do, I think, would be probably 10 or 12 people. But it's still a decent-sized tournament for around the house.
I like it. Be fun. Get the barbecue going. Get some burgers and brats going.
Get a little bonfire going, too. Well, afterwards, because your discs are going to be going right by the fire pit. So.
Yeah. For a couple holes, actually.
Oh, yeah, for a couple, yep. But no, it should be good. We're actually we're switching up the style of the course. I don't even know if you've played the new version of the course that we have right now, but we're actually tweaking that even more. So
I was going to say, you keep tweaking it. I've played a couple of new versions, so I don't know.
Yeah. Well, we're just trying to make it better and like more friendly for everybody. Like we want it to be playable for beginners and for people that have been playing for a while. So
nice.
We've had some league guys over give us some tips, but we've actually just added 2 new holes that are incredible. They're going to be so fun. And then we got rid of just the really easy ones that you can easily birdie every single time. So,
nice.
But yeah, no, it should be really fun. So that's what we were doing today. We were just getting a lot of trimming done, a lot of picking up sticks that were just in the way and didn't need to be.
Nice.
So,
I like it.
How about you? What have you been up to?
Just getting ready for golf season, man. Getting that swing back into shape. Working a shit ton. 11-hour days. They're getting pretty boring.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm sure they're just going to keep coming now that it's starting to become spring now. And
well, we can't get any help either, so that doesn't help.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I'm still fighting this cold. I'm still getting over it. You probably still hear it a little bit in my voice.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you get over that soon. I can hear it when you cough like that.
Yeah, right? It's getting better, though. I'm getting there. Slowly but surely. I'm on the backside of the hill, but that damn hill seems long.
Yeah, it's a long downhill.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple inclines on the downhill, too.
So you got, couple little bumps.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker.
Seems like that's the way everything seems to be going these days. Like spring is on the same way. It's on the opposite side of the hill, but there's still these snow bumps that are...
I'm praying it's just the cold and not me getting old from getting over this cold.
Well, it's got to be the cold because it is just weird lately just because of the wind and the cold and the snow and the temperature is fluctuating. So it goes from pretty warm down to just really cold. And so I think it's just that.
I'm hoping so because, man, it seems like the older I'm getting now, that things are getting harder and harder to get over.
Nah.
I fall down and I'm like hurting for a week.
Well, just don't do it.
Yeah, right.
That's all you got to do. Just don't do that, and then you'll be good.
We were talking about it the other day. I'm like, man, I remember in high school, like playing football and getting tackled and be like popping right up and being like, let's go, next play. Dude, if I got tackled today, I'd be like, I'm missing work for a week. I'm probably going to see a chiropractor.
Yeah, that it's definitely a little different nowadays, but
like, it's weird. Like, I used to never stretch for anything. Now I stretch to wipe my ass.
You got to stretch during your wipe.
Right?
Like, yeah.
And it seems to be like getting farther and farther around to get back there, you know?
Well, that's because of all the cake and stuff.
Shh. Hey, shh. So, yeah, and then Gracie's birthday's coming up here in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. Mm-hmm. She's excited. She talks about it every time I pick her up.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Yeah. Dad, my birthday's coming up. My birthday.
What's she asking for? She asking for anything in particular?
She's really into Pokemon.
Yeah, that's what you were saying.
So she just wants Pokemon stuff right now. Which is fine.
Dude, you should get her the old school Pokemon and get her, like, the Game Boy.
Right?
Dude, that'd be fun.
That's actually a good idea. Get her, like, a little handheld, the color version. I'm sure I can find those pretty cheap.
Yeah?
Maybe. Go online, find something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think that'd be a good idea. I mean, if she doesn't like it, I mean, then you can still play it.
Right. Get some different games.
I'd play it for sure. I'd play it. I remember playing that all the time as a kid. That was like my thing. Like, I got my Game Boy taken away for a week, and I thought my world was coming to an end. Like,
I had the old school, the original, the very first Game Boy.
Okay, so not even the color?
No, like that gray one with the purple maroonish buttons.
Yep. No, I had the color. I had the see-through purple Game Boy Color.
Nice.
Yeah. I have it somewhere. It's downstairs somewhere.
I remember getting the attachment that had like the magnifying glass with the light, and I was like, "Whoo, we're in business now, baby."
Well, yeah, because it wasn't backlit, so you had to have the light.
Yeah.
I remember that.
I was like, "Shoot, playing the car now at nighttime? Let's go."
Yeah. Yeah, before you're trying to play in the car, you're trying to find the right sun.
The right angle. Like, I can't see the screen. Yeah, that was...
Oh, yeah, I remember those days.
So
now you can get this Switch and you can just have everything right there. It's backlit. You don't have to worry about it. You can connect to the internet. You can buy your games right there.
I'm getting closer and closer to pulling the freaking trigger on a Switch, man.
Dude, in my opinion, it's worth it. I just bought a game today for $16. Have you ever heard of the Jackbox games? No, it's a really fun. It's like a party game, and so you can play it anywhere with the Switch, obviously. But it's actually a game. At least one of them for sure. You use your phone to answer the questions, and so you can actually like do it as a party. So like your phone is the controller. And then everybody plays. You can hook it up to the TV, or you can just play it from the Switch, and then it'll give you all your prompts and how to do it. But it's really, really fun games. I think there's 5 on the one that I bought, but there's like 7 different versions of it, and so you can get a ton of games if you wanted to buy all of them. Okay. But I think it's totally worth it. I'll bring it over and we'll play, and you'll see how fun it is.
Nice.
But you can even play with people online. Like we've played with Josh's family while they were in South Carolina, and we were up here and we were playing against them.
So if I got one, we could play against each other.
Yeah, for sure. You wouldn't even need to do that as long as like if we did a Zoom, we could play via Zoom.
Fucking sweet.
Yeah.
Now you're making it tougher on me, man.
Dude, it's fun. And that's just for that game. Obviously, like with the Switch, we could play online against each other. So we could actually like if we had the same game, then we could play against each other.
Right.
But
dude, Mario Kart you got Mario Kart on that bad boy?
Oh yeah, I have so many games now. I have Mario Kart. I have like basically all of the Mario games that I could find that were a decent price. Like I have Odyssey, I have Galaxy, I have Sunshine, I have Mario, and like there's rabbits in it.
Boom.
I haven't played much of that one yet, but it seems pretty fun. I got the Luigi Mansion. I got a lot.
Nice. So should we get into this?
Game that you get? Oh yeah, for sure. We can get into it. I don't have to keep talking about the Switch. Even though
I'm
trying to talk you.
You're gonna
into
make me want to quit this podcast and be like, all right, I gotta go. I gotta go buy one of these.
We're not gonna be recording episodes. We're just gonna be playing all the
time, right? So,
do you want to go first?
Sure, I can go first.
Sweet.
Do you ever talk to yourself?
Do I ever talk to myself? Justin, do you talk to yourself? I can't remember. Do we? Man, I don't remember. Yeah, actually I do.
A brilliant man once said, talking to yourself shows a sign of intelligence.
Really?
But when the person you're talking to talks back, shows a sign of insaneness.
I have not had myself talk back to myself yet. I've like definitely talked to myself. I talk to myself, like I'll even say like talk out loud to myself sometimes.
Oh,
like,
I do it all the time while I'm driving.
Okay, yeah. I don't talk like out loud all the time, but I will every now and then. But like my inner monologue, I'm like almost constantly talking with myself.
That and bowling. Bowling, I'll talk to myself.
Oh yeah.
Slow down. Get set.
Yep.
Easy. Slow your first step down. Square up, man. Come on. Rip this one. Get into it.
I do that with every sport that I play. Bowling, disc golf. When I was in football, baseball, I do all that. Yeah.
Baseball, when I was pitching, I talked to myself nonstop. I bet I looked like, I was like, occasionally I catch myself, I'm like, I bet I look like a fucking crazy person out here.
But I mean, it's entertaining.
Oh yeah.
I love watching other people talk to themselves, especially like when it's like really loud in public.
I was listening to Two Bears, One Cave, and Bert was talking about it, and he goes, "Oh, I talk to myself nonstop." He said, "Sometimes I'll have arguments with my wife, and occasionally I'll just," he goes, "I'll start freaking doing it under my breath, and all of a sudden she'll catch me and be like, 'Are you pretending like you're talking to me? What? No.
He's like setting it, like he's trying to like see how it would go before he actually like brings up the topic or what?
Yeah.
That's funny. I feel like I've done something like that before. I don't remember doing it in like any thing in particular right now, but I definitely remember talking myself through something that's about to come up, like an interview or something like that, you know, where you're trying to hype yourself up, or like, okay, if they ask me this is how I'm going to handle this, or one way, or like just doing stand up, like, okay, well, I have a joke. If it goes this way, I'm going to kind of lean towards this thing. And then if it goes this way, well, now I'm going to go that way, you know?
Yep.
So.
Yeah, I definitely talk to myself on stage.
Yeah.
Not out loud, but like in my head.
No, yeah, you have to. Yeah, you have to be able to adapt and adjust your set based on what you're getting back. So
yeah, especially if I'm telling like a certain story and I go, "This is not working. We cannot tell the next story that you're thinking about because it's not going that way." Yeah, because you can kind of tell where the crowd goes.
Yeah, and that's like one thing why I really enjoy having really short jokes, is because I can like do a couple testers to see, okay, well, let's see if they want to do the naughty roddy, or let's see if they're able to do the clean stuff.
And you know what I noticed after doing the last couple open mics, with you? I can tell that if I follow you, I'll know what stories I need to tell.
That's true.
Because that's true. If you go clean and they're really loving you, I go, I can't tell these stories.
Yeah.
But if you're telling
that's the same with any stand-up. I always listen to the people before me just so I know kind of what will work and what won't work.
Yep. But I've been with you so much that it's a little easier to pick up from your comedy. Yeah,
for sure. But yeah, we're gonna have to do that again sometime soon. That's
absolutely.
So much fun.
Absolutely.
I'll be there tomorrow. So
nice. I'm jealous. Like I said, this winter, I think I'm coming up every Thursday.
Yeah, dude, it's worth it. Like I said, there's other people, like there's a girl that comes up from Stillwater every week.
Wish she lived closer. We could ride together.
Yeah, that'd be fun. But yeah, it's a good crowd, good comedians, and just fun to hang with before and after. So
Nice.
yeah, tomorrow I'm actually going to be hanging out in Duluth like all day tomorrow. I got my oil change, and then I got to do a car wash. I'm going to go get sushi, and then I'm going to go do stand up.
You and your sushi.
I'm doing like a day date with myself.
Little spa.
Yeah.
Nice. All right. What's your first question?
Well, do you ever talk to yourself?
Yeah.
You didn't answer the question?
Yeah.
Oh,
I
you
did.
did.
Yeah,
Okay.
I did. I told you every place that I do.
I just wanted to make sure. I figured that was the answer. That after what we were talking about. Yeah. Okay. My bad.
No, you're good.
So my question is, what tactic or tactics did your parents ever use to keep you out of places that they didn't want you to go as a kid? If you need me to answer before you to give you kind of an idea of what
because I definitely don't. Yeah, because I don't really understand what you mean. Yeah.
So the question. So one tactic that my mom used in order to keep me out of places, like she didn't want me to go into like the laundry room because there was a lot of chemicals in there, and she didn't want me to get near the chemicals. So she would always tell me that there's a hairy, scary green monster in there, and so like. There was always a hairy, scary green monster there. Or like if there's like at nighttime, she's like, you don't want to come in my room because at night there's a hairy, scary green monster, and he'll make sure that you're gotta stay away. And so like anytime she just didn't want me anywhere, she would tell me about the hairy, scary green monster.
Yeah, all right. I was never told not to go anywhere. My parents' bedroom was off limits if I had friends over and stuff like that. But other than that, I could go anywhere. And if there was something that I wasn't supposed to get into, they just pretty much, yeah, you get into this shit, you're going to get in trouble.
Okay. No, and I'm not saying like she didn't use the hairy, scary green monster when I was a teenager. Like she used it when I was
She used it last week on you. Don't lie to me. She used it.
I mean... She could, and I might get scared nowadays. Like,
I could see you guys I could see you guys being in the car driving down the road, and she goes, "Don't go into that place. There's a hairy, green, scary monster in there." And you're like, "Mom, that's a strip club. There's probably a bunch of hairy things in there."
I saw it last week. Yeah, I was already there.
A couple of them were on my lap.
Yeah, as long as the hairy, scary green thing doesn't come off that.
Right. Nothing to worry about, Mom. I don't go after the hairy ones.
It's 2022.
Yeah. So, all right. What is the weirdest dream you've ever had?
Man, I've had a lot of weird dreams. And I've actually had a lot of dreams lately, but I guess none of them have really been like super weird. But I'm actually like surprised at like how vivid my dreams have been, which is like the last like probably year or two, I've had some really good vivid dreams where I actually like, it feels like I'm like in a movie or something, like, and then I like try to remember most of it, but I usually don't remember a lot of it. But I recently had one. I think I might have talked briefly about it on the podcast before, but I had a dream where I went to Hawaii for a day, and I was like in this futuristic city, and I was like basically in a pod, and that pod traveled through the futuristic city. I went like up a hill and like this giant, like it was supposed to be like a hill that like led up to the airport or something. I can't remember. But then all of a sudden, like that pod got into the plane, and then I got to Hawaii, and then I like traveled all around Hawaii, and then I went back to that futuristic city, and it was like, basically I was just in that pod the whole time, like just experiencing everything around me. It was really weird, but like really cool too. So
yeah, a little weird.
Yeah. And it was like, I don't know, it was beautiful too. Like I just remember beautiful, like just scenic. It was just awesome. Like I was like in a plane or a helicopter like the whole time, and it was just really cool.
Nice.
But and then I had another one recently I don't remember all of the details, but the weirdest part of the dream is I ended up going to this giant public pool, and like there's a ton of people swimming in it, and you remember in gym class where they had like the dividers.
Mm-hmm.
Like this pool was so big that they had dividers to like separate the parts of the pool, and like there's this one part that like was only for like experienced swimmers. Like you had to be like basically like an Olympic swimmer to go in this area. And then it like kind of the skill levels went down and down and down or whatever. And then I went to this one part of the pool, and all of a sudden I saw Patrick Mahomes' driver's license just laying there. And I'm like, I got to get this to him. He can't be without his driver's license. And I'm like, it was really weird. But, and then I had another one. I think this other one I also talked about on the podcast where I was like, hanging out at my uncle's house, and all of a sudden like there's like this threat, this guy had a gun, and I had to like find some way to like get rid of this guy. And all of a sudden I went into the flower pot of all places. My uncle had a gun in the flower pot, so I grabbed the gun from the flower pot and like chased the guy away.
Nice.
But yeah, so I've had weird dreams. Those are just the three that come to mind, but like I said, I've been having some weird dreams, or I've had just vivid dreams, I should say, lately, which is awesome. I love them. I love dreams.
Yeah. Dreaming's the best.
Yeah.
Especially when you know you're dreaming, like when you know you're dreaming and you can control the dream. You're like, I know this is a dream, so I can do whatever the hell I want in here.
Yep.
I've had so many different kinds of dreams and so many crazy different kinds of dreams. And to be honest, nightmares were terrible when I was a kid, but now I almost like them because now I know they're fake. Like I can almost go halfway through. I can be like, oh, this is fake. So now I can control it.
Okay.
So like, it's pretty much like Friday the 13th or whatever Friday the 13th with Freddy. Like I could see him coming and be like, bitch, I got you, you know? Like, this would have scared me like 10 years ago, but now, not so much. All right, maybe 20 years ago. I'm getting old.
Well, especially since you've seen all the movies. You know the ways to get them.
Right. But I've also had, like, crazy-ass dreams. Like, one of the scariest ones I just had, like, now nightmares are not even just, like, scary things. It's things that can actually scare me is I lost everything. I went and checked my bank account. It was completely empty. I went to go see Gracie. Gracie's gone. I can never see her again. Went to go talk to my parents. Boom, gone. Everything that was good in my life disappeared. I went to go check to see how the podcast was doing. Podcast was like it never freaking existed.
Wow.
Everything good that I enjoy in life was gone in this dream. And I'm like, this fucking sucks. I woke up that was one of the worst nightmares I think I've ever had.
Wow.
Because I felt...
that would be nuts. Just gone.
Yeah. I felt completely empty. I go like, what the fuck am I even doing here? It was the worst. It was the worst feeling I've ever felt, I think.
I can't imagine that. Like, if anything like that were to happen, I think I would have to call you because I know you'd still be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
prick. You prick.
I just wanted to make sure. I needed to see if you'd catch that.
You son of a bitch.
I was gonna ask it for me, see if I was in the dream, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna turn this around on.
Dude, I woke up going like, fuck, like if that was my life, like I would not want to keep going.
Yeah, that would be tough if you lost everything you had built up, like your friends and family and like you wouldn't have, like, where were you? Do you remember like the environment you were in?
I was just in town walking around.
Okay. Wow. I was gonna say maybe if you were at home, then you'd at least have somewhere to live. But
no, because I come back to my house and somebody else is living in it.
Oh wow.
Like everything that I go, okay, I'm gonna go do this, gone. All right, well, I'm gonna go back to work, I guess, then, and try to rebuild. Didn't have a job, was no longer employed. Everything,
Wow.
like everything in my life that I've built was gone. And I go, holy fuck. Like I have no, like it felt like I had nothing to live for.
Wow.
I woke up just feeling empty. And then I
Must have been
started.
a great feeling waking up though.
Oh, I did. I was like, I
Yeah.
started looking around. I'm like, oh, fuck. I wanted to call Gracie.
Yeah. Oh, dang. Yeah.
Oh,
That would have been a weird phone call for her. I feel.
yeah, 3 in the morning, like 3 in the morning when I woke up. I'm like, hey, Dad needs to talk to you. I know you got school tomorrow. Have you ever had that dream where you feel like you're floating above the bed,
yeah.
and then when you wake up, you feel like you actually hit the bed, like you actually were floating?
Oh, I guess I haven't had that dream. I have had. Oh, maybe I have. Yeah, I feel like I've had that, or like, I've definitely had that where like I feel like I'm like playing dodgeball or something, and all of a sudden like a ball hits you in the face, and you're like, oh, and you like jump.
Yeah.
I've had that, but I was thinking like the floating dream, like you're literally like floating and you're like almost flying. Have you ever had that? But you're able to control the float. Those are my favorite dreams, when I'm able to like float above the trees and like basically fly, but like it's basically a slow version of flying.
I get that.
I love those dreams.
Yeah. Yeah, so many. My dad had a dream one time that he was a bus driver and he was picking up Andy and they were just mowing shit over. And I go, what the fuck? He goes, it was a sweet bus. Like, it had freaking headers coming out of the front. He goes, it was freaking, it could go.
That's awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, I've had, like, I feel like most of my dreams have been fairly, like, not as weird as the 3 that I brought up. So I'm trying to figure out another one, but I think those are the ones that are coming to mind right now. I don't have anything else that's just popping up.
Nice.
How about you? Anything else?
Not at the top of my head right now.
Nah. Hi. Pulp in orange juice. Yay or nay?
Nay.
Nay.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm not a pulp guy.
You like if there was orange juice, this is the only orange juice I have, like for breakfast.
I'll drink it, but if there's a choice, I'm not taking the pulp.
Okay. I'll drink all orange juices. I
will too. I love orange juice, but if I have a choice of no pulp, I don't want to chew my drink.
Yeah, I guess I would prefer. Yeah, if I had the choice, I'm gonna go no pulp. But like, I will. Like, if I'm at a store or something and they have orange juice, but they only have the pulp orange juice left, I'll still buy it. Like, I'm not. Yeah. If I'm feeling orange juice, like I'm.
Yeah, if I'm really wanting orange juice,
man.
I love orange juice. Orange juice is probably one of my favorite drinks.
Yeah, orange juice and apple juice are my.
Oh, I love apple juice too.
Bomb. So good. Apple juice or orange juice? Secondary question.
For breakfast, it's always going to be orange juice. Orange juice is my favorite breakfast drink.
Yeah.
But midday, probably apple juice.
Okay. I like that. I feel like I lean towards apple juice in any situation. Like I love orange juice, but I really love apple juice, especially if you get the Simply apple juice.
All right.
So good.
Room temperature apple juice or ice cold apple juice?
Well, I'll drink them both. I love apple juice so much that I will literally, I used to keep some in my closet here because I would have one in the fridge and one in my closet. And I've just literally just taken it right from the closet and drank it before.
Which would you prefer?
Cold.
Yeah.
I prefer cold.
There's nothing better than an ice cold glass of apple juice.
Oh, yeah.
I don't. To be
But
honest,
I'll drink warm apple juice. I don't care.
I don't. Depending on how warm, I won't drink hot apple juice.
Dude, it's just like apple cider.
I don't like hot apple cider.
Oh, I love hot apple cider.
No, not me.
I'm an apple guy. I like apples.
I like apples too. Just I don't. Not a big apple cider, like hot apple cider guy. So, yeah.
Sweet. That's all I got for that one.
All right. All right. Favorite season of the year?
Are you talking seasons as in
winter,
summer, winter,
spring, summer, or fall?
Otherwise, I was going to say disc golf season or NFL season or... I think I'm going to stick with summer. Summer has always kind of been my favorite. I do love all the seasons. I'm getting upset at winter right now, but because I want it to be spring already, because it's already almost May. And well, by the time this goes out, it will be May.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's spring by the time this is actually airing.
It fucking better
But
be.
yeah, so I'm just ready for spring and then eventually summer. I just love being outside in the warm summer air and just playing anything outside, just at a bonfire, camping, whatever there is to do outside. That's what I want to go do, especially like right now.
I hear you.
How about you?
I love the fall.
Okay.
I like the colors. I like the change of the leaves. But I like early fall. You know, where
you don't like it.
I don't want to be like to where I have to wear a jacket.
Okay.
Give me a nice sweatshirt and jeans. And I'm happy.
Dude, I love that. And then going to an apple orchard.
Yeah. Yeah, now you're talking. Little bonfire that night.
Yep.
Maybe a little hike in the woods.
Oh, dude. Play a little game of disc golf. You don't even have to play. You can play 9 holes.
Right?
I always got to bring it back to that. I'm sorry.
It's crazy how much you fell in love with that sport.
Dude, I
don't
know what it is.
That's all you do now. Live, eat, drink, sleep, disc golf.
Yep.
It's crazy.
It's fun.
Oh, I agree. Absolutely. But yeah, there's nothing more prettier than the fall. And
I love the prettiness of fall. I love the smell of fall. That's another good.
There's our loon clock.
Nice. Good timing.
Right?
I like when loons sing.
Dude, there is nothing better than being out on the lake in the freaking fall too.
Yeah.
Just cruising. The freaking lake is like glass.
Yeah.
Kind of nice loon going off in the background.
Yeah. I do like winter, but I like winter like when it's in the middle of winter, when it's like a nice snowy day, but it's not like a blizzard and it's just very pretty. Like I love that winter, but like the spring in like the winter coming into spring, I'm not a fan of.
I feel like we don't ever get a spring here.
Yeah.
It seems like the last 3 or 4 years we haven't had spring. It just literally went from winter to maybe a week of spring to freaking 80 degrees.
Yep. Well, yeah, because it's like 30. It was 20 degrees. Like I think it was yesterday. It was 20 degrees out.
It was 20 degrees this morning here.
Oh, really? Yeah. So it's like it's so crazy how different it can be each year, and like this spring has just been
non-existent.
One of my least favorite springs so far.
Yeah, it's been terrible. I love winter, like after a good snowstorm and you see the snow on the trees and it's just gorgeous.
Yeah, when the snow is on the trees, that's the beautiful part.
Especially up where you live.
Yeah.
Not very many, out in the wilderness. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel you there.
I'll tell you what, I'll take our winters over down south summer any day.
Oh, for sure. I haven't been down south in the summer, but I've heard some bad stories.
Dude, when we went on that trip and the few times that we slept in that car and it was freaking like 110 degrees out.
Yeah.
Dude, sweating in that car sucked.
Yeah, I do remember that. That was not fun because of the stink.
I blame that on the few times that we were button heads.
What do you mean?
The heat.
The heat. Yeah,
the heat.
for sure.
Sleeping in the car and being next to each other all the time. That smell the whole time.
I understand that for sure.
I think
the sleeping in the car I thought was going to be a good idea, but I don't know if I want to do that again.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever do that again.
Yeah, that was...
Next time we're budgeting for hotels.
Yeah, I'll budget for a little bit. Yeah, it doesn't even have to be an expensive hotel. Like, it can just be
just someplace where we can lay our head.
Yep.
We should have just splurged for the $30 rooms or whatever, you know?
I don't know if there was a $30 room. If there was, I would have taken that for sure. It's $15 each. I'd take that.
Right?
All right. What is an old TV show that you haven't thought about in a while, but you would like to watch again?
Mine are probably going to be way older than yours. Because my dad loves the old TV shows. And I loved watching them with him. So I'd love to... Sanford and Son.
Okay. Yep. That's older than mine.
Dude, there's nothing better than Red Fox.
Yeah.
Talking, Elizabeth, I'm coming to see you. And he talks about his arthritis. I'd help, but I got that arthritis, you know. Red Fox was hilarious in that show. Another stand-up comedian we could dedicate to eventually.
Yeah, for sure.
Dude, that guy was hilarious.
I have a different Red on mine.
Yeah?
Yeah. You'll see. You'll hear about it.
Another one. I loved Andy Griffin.
Okay, yep.
Dude, Andy Griffin and what was his name? Barney Fife.
Yep.
Can't think of his name. What the hell was the actor's name? I can't remember the actor's name that played Barney Fife. God dang it.
Didn't he just pass away?
It's been a few years.
Oh,
and I think Andy just passed away.
Oh, okay. Maybe that's what I saw.
I'm gonna have to look.
Just look it up. Yeah, just look it up quick. Well, do you just want me to give you my answers while you look that up real quick?
Yeah. Give me a second here while I dig into this.
Awesome. So my Red is from the Red Green Show. You remember the Red Green Show?
You're Red?
Yeah, remember you? Well, you were talking about your Red. I'm talking about my Red.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I get it.
That's what I was saying. So mine is the Red Green Show.
What's the Red Green Show?
Tape. You don't remember the Red Green Show?
No.
You said you did just like a second ago.
No. What was it about?
The Red Green Show. It's the guy that he fixes everything with duct tape, and he's a Canadian comedian. And it's just him and a couple of his buddies, and they are it's like a kind of like an old school, fix it up type show, but it's a really cool, funny show.
I'll have to look into that.
Yeah, no, it's hilarious.
What was it on?
Yeah, I think you would love it. It's not on anything right now. That's why I said it's something that I would bring back.
Yeah, but what did you watch it on though? Was it on Disney or Nickelodeon?
No, it was on TV. It was on regular TV back when I was a kid.
Oh, wow.
I don't remember what channel or anything. It was just a TV show that I would watch with my grandma and grandpa all the time.
Huh. Don Knotts.
Don Knotts, yep. That's it.
Was Barney Fife's name. That guy was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, he's really good. But another show that I would bring back is American Gladiator. Oh,
dude, I loved American Gladiators.
Yeah, dude, I would watch American Gladiators every summer. That would be my go-to show. In the middle of the day, I think it was 1:00. I knew American Gladiators was coming on, so I would make sure I was there to watch it.
I wanted to be on that show so bad.
Same, dude. I wanted to do all of them.
I really wanted to get into the one where they were trying to shoot at the target.
Yep.
That was my favorite event. I was like, God, that would be so fun. I would nail that target.
Yep, and they were getting tennis balls shot at him. Yep. Yeah, that was the best. I love both of those shows. The Red Green Show and American Gladiator. Those are the two I would bring back for sure.
Yeah. What was your favorite cartoon?
It's not necessarily my favorite cartoon, but it's a cartoon that I've watched recently. Is the Fairly Odd Parents.
Never seen.
Remember that?
No.
Interesting. No, I just got done watching. They actually just added that to Netflix. The first 3 seasons, and I just watched all 3 of those seasons on Netflix.
Yeah,
as I was doing stuff. But
I might have to watch that. It's a cartoon?
Yeah, it's a cartoon. Yep. Yeah, it's about Timmy Turner, and he's got like fairy godparents.
I remember that show now.
Yeah. Yep. So that was one. I love South Park. I wasn't able to watch it when I was a young kid, but as I was getting older, I loved that one. I always watch The Simpsons. I love Bob's Burgers is one of my favorites now. Futurama is another really great one.
I'm talking about old when you were a little itty bitty kid. What was your favorite cartoon?
Oh, I loved Angry Beavers. I loved Doug. I loved Rugrats.
Great. Rugrats was good.
I love Rocko's Modern Life.
Pinky and the Brain.
Cat Dog. Pinky and the Brain. Cat Dog.
I love Pinky and the Brain. What are we doing today, Pinky? Same thing we do every day. Try to take over the world.
I love watching Dexter's Laboratory.
I never got into that show.
Oh, I love that show. Ed, and Eddie. Dude, I loved all of those shows. Like every 90s kids show I loved.
See, I'm a little bit older than you. And I liked even older cartoons.
Like what?
Like DuckTales.
Oh, I still watched all that stuff too.
Rescue Rangers. This oldest one that not very many people know about. It was called Gummy Bears.
I don't remember Gummy Bears.
They drank their gummy juice and they could bounce really high. And they bounced away from like these medieval bad guys from the castle that were trying to capture them all the time. It's on Disney Plus. I just found it.
Oh, interesting. I might have to check it out. Take a quick peek.
And I just started I watched a couple episodes and I'm like, wow, this is really dumb.
Sometimes you'll rewatch those and it's just not what you remember.
Yeah, I was like, man, I used to love this. I mean, it's still a pretty good show, but you could definitely tell it's a kid show. And I was like, man, I really like this, huh?
Yep.
But I still watch DuckTales and Rescue Rangers all the time.
Oh, nice. Another one I remember is Rocket Power. Remember Rocket Power?
Yeah.
One of my nicknames when I first moved to Buffalo, I was the new kid in town, so they called me Squid from Rocket Power.
Nice. Darkwing Duck.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I used to love that one. So, all right. That's all I have for that one. Anything else you got?
That's all I got.
All right. What is your idea of the perfect first date?
The perfect first date. Man, I feel like I'm a day date guy. I like going on day dates.
For
a first date too, it doesn't matter what date. I love like just having a day and just doing a day into night type date. My ideal like first date would be we get up, maybe go to brunch. Like I want to sleep in, so I don't want to do breakfast, but I'll do brunch. So we can do brunch together. Maybe go do something fun outside. Maybe like go for a hike. Maybe play disc golf. But again, if it's a first date, I don't really want to do anything like that. I just want to do something where we can talk and get to know each other. Then maybe go out for lunch, maybe do a picnic. I think that'd be really fun to go do a picnic. Then do another activity, something that we can do, but also talk together at the same time. Maybe do a dinner together, and then maybe go to somebody's place and play board games. I think you can really get to know somebody by playing board games with them. And so I think that'd be a really good way to keep the conversation going, but yet also have a game aspect to it, and see if they're overly competitive and somebody that you want to keep dating.
She just starts getting pissed off at you. You son of a bitch,
yeah.
You're cheating, fuck.
Or so she can see me say that.
Yeah, right. Just throws the board.
Yeah, I don't even want to play this game anymore.
You never let me win. God damn it.
Yeah, that would be my ideal first date. Something that you can just activities that you can do while getting to know each other at the same time, but yet you're still able to have fun and do stuff. And then also I think picnics are awesome. I love picnics.
Yeah.
And I think that'd be really fun to do a picnic.
Yeah. I pretty much agree with you. I don't like the common date, let's go to a dinner and a movie, which is a good date, just not the first date.
No, that is, I feel like, down the road, because a movie, what are you going to do to get to know the other person?
Yeah.
Sure, you're probably going to have another date. It's because you didn't have this
the first date you didn't really do anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I feel like the guys that go, hey, let's go catch a movie, that dude just wants to hook up.
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't really care to talk to you. He just wants to hook up with you.
Well, yeah, because they're going to maybe make a move during the movie in the movie theater. And then after that, what are you going to do after that?
I want to do something adventurous, let's go rock climbing. Let's go do something, something out of the norm. Yeah.
I like doing that stuff. I don't know about a first date for me, just because, like I said, I'd rather do an activity that you can, unless it's a building thing, if you're rock climbing, but not on actual rocks. If you're just, you know what I'm saying? At a rock climbing, indoor thing.
Yeah.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that'd be cool just because that'd be something memorable.
Yeah, for sure.
So first date, I think, should be a memorable activity.
Yep.
Something that they probably don't do very often.
Yep.
So,
or that either of you do very often.
Yeah.
You want it to be memorable for yourself too.
Right. Yeah. So that's about all I got for that question.
Sweet. Okay, so my question, we don't necessarily have to answer it today, but it's something that I would like to know. When are we going to be going tubing down the river again?
Ooh, dude.
You remember the first time we went tubing down the river?
Yeah, dude. We need to do that. I want to do that this summer.
I do too.
Bad.
It could be a ton of fun. How long did we go? How long was that? It was 4 hours or 3 hours?
I think it was 3 hours, which is still really fast because I think I did it once before, and it took us 7 hours.
Oh, wow.
But when me and you went, the river was really high, so I think we were going a lot faster. And the first time I did it, the river was really low, so we weren't going very fast.
Yeah, I would like to go when the river is pretty high, because I'd like to go fast. I want to see if we can go maybe even further.
Yeah. Yeah, because we went down Elk River, and we just went from one bridge to the next bridge. If we actually go further, we can go all the way to Lake Orono and go to the beach and ride it all the way to the beach.
That'd be fun. We would definitely need somebody else to give us a ride, though, or at least drop a car off.
Right. Us. Yeah, I definitely would love to do that. It'd be fun to get a bigger group together.
Yeah, that'd be really fun, too, to have more than just us. But, I mean, it was just a ton of fun because we had that eagle that was flying by us I don't know what it was trying to do, if it was hunting us or what.
Yeah, that eagle, and it was literally, I felt like you could reach up in front of your tube and, almost pet him.
Yeah.
When he swooped down and flew over the top of us.
Yep.
He literally followed us, down that whole river.
Yeah, it was at least half of that river. He was following us. Like I said, I don't know if he was trying to hunt us or just trying to be by us or wondering what we were doing.
He'd fly up like 20 feet in front of us, watch us, and then as soon as we passed him, he'd fly up again and go like. But man, when his wings were spread out, it felt like he was touching one riverbank to the other riverbank. He was huge.
He was a big boy.
Yeah, that was
or girl. I don't know if it was a goop boy or girl.
It was a big eagle.
Yep.
Yeah, that was it. It was cool, but like you had said at the same time, also kind of scary. Like, because when he swooped down, you could see his talons, and I was like, dude, if that guy, like, I don't think he could kill me, but if he wanted to attack us, it was gonna hurt a lot.
Yeah. Yep. I was like trying to look as unappetizing as possible.
But us sitting on those tubes, I bet we look like just fat ass donuts, you know? So, yeah, that was fun. We definitely got to do that this summer.
Yep. No, I would be down. Make sure that we get some time to do it because it's going to take all day.
Yeah.
But
maybe you come down and stay the night or whatever, and we'll podcast after tubing. Yeah.
Dude, we should podcast during tubing.
That sounds a little dangerous.
It'd be fun though.
Electricity and water don't mix though.
No, we would have to have somebody like where you are, and then you'd have to buy a pair of headphones, and then we could do it.
Oh, nice! I like it.
Yeah, so we just have a call in. Like you and I would both be call-ins, and then just have somebody else like hosting
hit the record button.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that would work too.
We could just throw on somebody
like would.
We could just throw on the
guest,
headphones.
they would be the.
We could set it up, put on our headphones, hit record, and then go, and then just edit out.
I was gonna say as long as it records like
the whole time.
Long.
Yeah, I'd be pissed if it didn't record.
Yeah, that would not be ideal. That's why I would rather have somebody there, letting us know like, hey, it's not recording. Why don't we stop and then reset up?
Right.
Yeah.
Somebody just to babysit the machine.
Yeah. Yep. We'd have to pay him though.
Right. That'd be fun.
But it would still be fun.
Yeah, we definitely got to do that this summer.
That's all I got for that one. I just wanted to bring it up because I want to do it again.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking to a couple guys at work about it, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to get everybody out there.
Yeah, as long as you got the tubes and the oars that we had.
Yeah, right. Those oars came in handy.
Yeah.
Especially going down that river.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. All right. Other than the U.S., what country would you love to do stand-up in?
I don't have a particular country. I just said any European country. I think it'd be really cool just to go over there and try it. I feel like they'd get my one-liners a little easier over there. Like I feel like that'd be a good second market that would get me.
Right.
So that's why I said European.
I went with Ireland.
Okay, nice.
I think it'd be really fun to go into like a Irish pub and just do some stand-up.
Well, I do at an Irish pub every Thursday, so.
I know you do.
But in America.
But I want to do it with like Irish people.
Yeah.
I love the Irish accent too. I love the Irish music. I love all that.
Would you incorporate an Irish accent into your act?
That'd be tough. I could probably do it if I practice a little bit.
I was gonna say you'd probably have to practice because they already have it down. So you'd have to be good.
Yeah, they'd hear me and be like, "All right, get the fuck out of here, you Yankee." So
that's a good answer, though. I think you'd be really good, and then you could wear your kilt too.
Yeah. This summer we definitely got to go down the river, and I think we got to do Feast of Fantasies. Yeah,
that'll be like August, I think.
Yeah.
August, September area. No, that would be ideal. That was amazing. You get like a 7-course meal, and I think it's a couple hours of entertainment. So.
Yeah.
totally worth it. Plus, I think it comes with your ticket to the event too.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely worth it. It was well worth the money.
Yeah,
it seems like a lot, but then when you realize everything you're getting, well worth it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Like, I go every year with Gracie, but it's a definitely a different experience when you go with somebody your age and without a kid.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because then you can experience everything you want to experience instead of having to watch and make sure that they're enjoying themselves, and then
We'll get you a kilt, and we'll go.
Yeah,
we'll
I don't have one.
Yeah, we'll get you a kilt, and we'll both go during like Irish days.
Sweet.
And I think they have a kilt competition, so maybe we can both enter.
Ew.
I won it one year.
We should give me a stupidest podcast kilt.
Oh, get us both one. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Where our jerseys has nothing to do with the kilt, but
just the jersey on top and the kilt underneath.
Yeah. Yep.
Would you wear the kilt true Irish style?
I don't know if I would.
No, I have.
I'd probably chicken out.
Pussy.
Yeah, I'd probably chicken out. It would feel nice.
Oh, it feels great.
Yeah, I bet. I would just be afraid that I'm gonna I'm not like clumsy or anything, but I feel like while I'm wearing the kilt, that's gonna be the time where I trip and fall and just everything comes out.
Yeah, give him a show.
I guess. I just don't want to be caught and get thrown into jail for
indecent exposure.
Decent exposure. No, pretty decent exposure. Yeah.
I feel like it'd be a short story.
Dick.
Last time I wore my kilt was on St. Paddy's Day, and we were at the bar, and this girl comes up, which was with her husband, and goes, "Are you wearing it true Irish style?" And I go, "What do you think?" Absolutely. And she didn't believe me. She reaches underneath my kilt and grabs my balls. And her husband's looking at me. And I'm like, "Are you cool?" Like, I was waiting for him to hit me, and I was like, "You cool with this?" And he's just like laughing, and I'm like, "All right, we'll fucking give her a couple jiggles."
Jeez, that's aggressive.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be okay with that.
Yeah, well, I was drunk and I didn't give a fuck, but at the same time, like, I was more worried about him than anything. And,
yeah, for sure.
But like, as you said, like, afterwards, I got to thinking about it, I'm like, I didn't give a fuck because I don't ever care about shit like that. But
yeah,
role reverse that, and that's a totally different situation.
Oh, like, yeah, you are in jail.
yeah, absolutely. Like, afterwards, I was like, I think I just got sexually assaulted.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm like, I don't think that's a good thing.
But at the same time, like, I didn't give a fuck. But I mean, at the same time, I was like, now if I did that, that'd fucking, and it crossed my mind. I'm like, if I did that, I'd be fucking in prison right now.
Yeah.
Isn't it weird how there's a double standard on that shit?
Nah.
But whatever. It was funny as fuck though. Because we were like in the middle of the fucking, we were up in the bar.
Yeah. Well, I can't imagine the balls on her to do that to you.
Like, yeah. Like, and there was no like conversation. She just, and I'm like, I stood up straight. I'm like, oh, I'm getting examined here.
Yeah. Do you need me to cough or what?
Yeah, right?
Damn.
Yeah. It was a fun fucking time, though. We went to Maple Lake, and that whole town, like, shuts down.
Okay.
And then they have, like, 3 bars there. And in between, it rained, like, for 3 weeks straight before that. So there's a big mud puddle in between the 2 bars. And to get from one bar to the other, you had to walk through like this ditch. Well, it was like full of freaking water and shit. And they put they put a telephone pole down, and you had to walk across the telephone pole. And so many people were slipping and falling off.
Oh, so I can only imagine.
So we got a pitcher of beer and we just sat on this picnic table and we watched people crossing this telephone pole. And we're like, this guy's falling. This guy's falling. Watch, here he goes. Here he goes. Here he goes. Dude, it was so funny.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine, especially after the first bar, you're going to the second bar. Like,
oh yeah.
You're not going to be 100% sober, so you're not going to be able to.
Yeah, and it, you know, people have been drinking all damn day. Yeah. And you'd see some people and they'd be like stumbling coming out of the bar. I'm like, this is going to be a good one.
Yeah.
This is going to be a good one. Just see people just face plant into the mud. And I'm like, your night's ruined. How's that go for you?
Yeah.
Or you'd see a girl and like, she doesn't look athletic at all. She doesn't. There's no way she's beaming this across.
She's got high heels on.
Yeah.
I got this.
We saw some girls with high heels go across, and I'm like, oh, you are a daring girl.
Yeah,
a couple of them made it. A couple of the high heel girls made it, and I was like, that's impressive.
That's very impressive. That's my test now. If I'm looking for a girl like to date, if she can walk a telephone pole in high heels, I don't care who she is. She's got a first date with me. Yeah,
this one girl, talking about that, there was one girl that had like stilettos on, like 6-inch heels. And she made it across, and she got back. She came through, and she was like sticking in the mud, like after she got off. And I'm like,
yeah.
She got up there, and I go, we're clapping. I'm like, that was impressive. I go, I'll buy your first drink. I go, that was amazing. I go, yeah. I've seen so many people biff it, and they're in tennis shoes, and you made it in stilettos. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I can't imagine the skill you would need in order to pull that off.
Yeah.
Damn.
God, that was a fun night. Then we ended up, we didn't go to Perkins, Denny's. And I was hammered. And I had everybody's leftovers. They're like, oh. I go, throw that shit in a box. I'm eating that shit later. Like the waitress goes, you want all this in a box? I go, hell yeah. 2 a.m. This shit's going to end up on my chest and I'm going to be eating the shit out of it.
Oh my God.
I ended up giving the waitress a hug. I was like, you're amazing. She goes, you're hilarious.
Oh, man.
Oh, that was a fun time. I think I still have that picture. I'll have to post that picture.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I was in my kilt and Gummo was with us and he was wearing you remember my green suit?
Oh, yeah, yep.
He had my green suit on.
That was a sharp looking suit, if I'm remembering the right one.
Yeah, I love that suit.
Yeah, you'll have to post that picture.
So,
but
is that it?
All right, sweet.
You got one more?
Nope, I got one more. Yep. So, what is the weirdest sport that you have ever heard of?
Weirdest sport. I feel like there's a couple from like the Egyptian area that I heard of. I just can't remember.
Nah. Well, as you think it, or if you want to look it up quick, I can go ahead. Do mine. Mine is toe wrestling.
Toe wrestling.
Toe wrestling. Not like thumb wrestling or arm wrestling or foot wrestling. It's toe wrestling. It's essentially the same as all the ones that I'm just saying, except you lock big toes and that's what you're fighting.
That's crazy.
Yep.
And a little disgusting.
It's a weird sport that I found, and I had to come up with a question, and I thought that was an appropriate question for that as being the answer.
Wow.
Yeah, toe wrestling. I've not participated. I don't think I would participate, but it's an interesting watch if you ever want to watch a video on YouTube.
I don't know if I'd call it a sport, but I think I got one that'll beat you. Have you seen those guys that tie weights to their junk?
Oh, no, I have not, but I'm not going to participate in that one either.
Dude, I saw a guy it wasn't the other day, but guy was pulling a bus or a vehicle.
Yeah, that's
with a rope.
gotta be fake. That's gotta be fake.
I don't know, man. He had a rope tied to that thing, and he was just pulling away. I'm like, holy fuck.
That has to just rip off at that point.
It's a muscle.
I don't believe that one. I think that's a fake video.
Maybe.
It's gotta be.
Maybe. But even if it is fake, it still hurt.
Yeah.
But I've seen guys like swinging the weights and all that. I've seen there was another one where a guy like it was in Asia where they get kicked in the balls continuously to where it doesn't even hurt them.
Really?
Yeah. He's like, oh, we train from a very young age. And I'm like, why would you train? Like, why would you?
Yeah.
Like this dude.
It doesn't sound like I want to participate in that.
No.
Man, I can't imagine like how many times would it take to get used to it or to like not get that pain anymore, you know? Like that is a weird thing to me.
I'm pretty sure that it became like so much of a thing that I think sports science did something with it.
Really?
Yeah, where they did like the neurological, what was going through their mind when they got kicked to see if things, because they said it was more of a meditation thing.
I guess I could kind of see the meditation thing because I mean, there's people that can like think of like other things to get rid of the pain of other things. So, I mean, that's just another.
Well, hasn't there been people that have like meditated through surgery? Did it without any kind of painkiller or anything like that?
Wow.
I think I've heard that.
I've heard of that too. I don't know if I'd be able to do that because
no freaking way.
You have to be at least you have to be conscious of like what's going on. Like you have to be there, right? Like because you can't. I don't think you can meditate while asleep. Can you?
I don't know. Well, they don't go to sleep.
Well, I know. That's why I'm saying. Like,
yeah.
You have to, like, you physically, like, have to be there, but meditate it away. Like,
yeah, that would. No.
And then imagine the power, like, during, like, if you just slip one time, all of a sudden the pain just is there. Boom. Like, oh. I can't imagine that.
No freaking way.
No, thanks.
So
yeah, that's all I got.
Sounds good, man. Should we get into our first segment?
Yeah, what's our first segment?
Entertainment.
Entertainment. We talk about all the different things that we've been enjoying, whether it be podcasts, TV shows, movies, music, etc. We just talk about random things and what we've been enjoying.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
I'm sure. I haven't really been I haven't had much time, like I said, with spring cleanup kicking up. I am pretty much just going to work and coming home and going to bed, but I'm still listening to the Christian and the Atheist podcast.
Okay.
And we've been talking with them. We might do a collab with them.
Okay.
Bewitched Banter. I gotta stick with them girls. I mean, we've been.
Oh yeah.
The last episode was a killer.
Oh yeah, that was a really good episode.
That was fun, man. That was a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm still religious on Two Bears, One Cave podcast. I got into Ozarks.
Oh really? I've been meaning to do that one. That one seems like it's a really, really neat movie or TV show.
Yeah, it's good. It starts out fire and just keeps going. Dude, yeah. First episode on, boom, you're in. It's pretty badass. It's a good show. What else? That's about it, man. That's all I've podcast because I listen to it while we're mowing and shit.
Yeah.
A really good podcast that I've been listening to is The Stupidest Podcast. That one's been pretty freaking solid.
You've been listening to The Stupidest Podcast? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Nice. That's a good one.
Yeah, have you
it's a
heard
good
it?
one to listen to.
You ever listen to it?
I've listened to it. Yeah, I've listened to an episode or two. I've been a part of a majority of them, all of them, I'd say, except for you've been doing the deep dives. I have not been doing those, but I've been listening to them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, what about you?
I've been watching, like, for TV shows. I've just been kind of watching the same things as I go to bed or whatever. Or if I'm like at work, I just listen to some stuff while I'm doing my other stuff that I need to get done. I'll listen to I'll watch Superstore. I really like that show.
What's that about?
Like I said, Superstore it's basically it follows this store that's supposed to be like a Walmart or a Target or something like that. But it's Cloud9 is their version of it. And so it's just a group of people that work at the store, and it just follows them and like their day at the store. And then, yeah, it's super funny. Lot of different characters that like get into really funny situations. And, yeah, it's a good comedy that is at a retail store, basically.
Nice. Okay.
So, like I said, I've been watching Fairly Odd Parents, which was kind of neat, getting to rewatch that and listening to that. Again, I've been watching or listening to podcasts. You Made It Weird. I've been listening to Working It Out. I've been listening to Bewitched Banter. I actually just started watching a few episodes or listening to a few episodes of Hot Breath, which is like a comedian one. They're comedians, and they're like bring on other comedians talking about comedy and the art. And so that was kind of neat. Just got to listen to that.
I'll have to check that one out.
Yeah, it's a good one. Like I said, I've only listened to 2 episodes, so I guess I can't say that yet, but it seems good.
Are they big comedians?
Well, from what I've seen, one of them is actually from, she's an author, actually. She still does comedy, but she's an author of the Comedy Bible. And so she was on there. I got a chance to listen to her. What's her name? Judy Carter. That's her name. She was on there. And then I also listened to Beth Stelling, which was a good listen. Those are the only 2 I've listened to so far, but I want to keep listening to get to know a little bit more about the industry and what other comedians have to say about the art form. So
nice.
But yeah, that's basically all I've been listening to and watching. And I listen to music, but I have like my playlist, so I've listened to a lot of different things music wise.
Yeah, I've been slowly downloading some more music and stuff.
Yeah,
I like finding those underground guys.
Yep.
Those people that not very many people have heard of or listened to. Like Teddy, I found Teddy Swims back when he was like 2,000 followers. Oh
yeah, you were telling me about that. Like I remember you showing me a video of him at one point.
Yeah, he's phenomenal. Marcus King, and then he ended up on Your Mom's House, and he's blown up. Man, he's freaking phenomenal. I told you I was going to do a shout out. You care if I do it right now?
Yeah, you can do a shout out.
Yeah, I got a friend. She's a single mom, and she started her own company, and she does. It's called Briar Beauty Co. So their website is www.briarco.com. It's www.briarbeautyco.com. Briar Beauty Co. is spelled BriarBeautyco.com. And they specialize in unique lashes and press-on nails. So If you could go on and support her and help out that business, that'd be great. We'd appreciate it. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah, check it out, you guys.
I figured you could use some new eyelashes, Roddy. Maybe some new nails.
I just got mine done, but I will definitely check her out the next time I need them.
Sounds good, man. So, yeah.
Sweet.
Should we get into our next segment?
Yeah, what's our next segment?
Oh, I figured you tell us.
It is Marry, Fuck, Kill. That's when we talk about 3 random things or 3 random topics, 3 random people, and we just talk about whether we want to. We have to marry one, we have to fuck one, and we have to kill one. And
you got to pick them.
What's your first one? And you got to pick them. Yep. What's your first one?
My first one, since we were talking about music, this is perfect. Queen, AC/DC, Van Halen. Marry one, fuck one, kill one. Ready? Go.
I think I'm going to marry AC/DC because that's the one that I've listened to the most out of all 3. I'm going to fuck Queen because I think Queen is a great band, and I think it'd be a fun one. And then I got to kill Van Halen. Sorry, Van Halen. I love Van Halen, but I mean...
You're killing off Eddie again, huh?
I gotta, yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm marrying AC/DC because it's probably my favorite band of all time. And this one's really tough because I love Eddie Van Halen. He's one of the greatest guitar players of all time. But Queen has so many great hits.
That's why, yeah. Queen would be a fun one to mess around with because I have to marry AC/DC because that's, like I said, my favorite of the 3. Not saying they're the best of the 3, but they're my favorite.
All right, I think I'm gonna follow you. Fuck, this sucks. I'm gonna fuck Queen and kill off Van Halen.
Yep. It is what it is. You got to make a decision, and sometimes you got to kill off people you don't want to kill off. Sometimes you got to marry ones that you want to marry.
I hear you. All right, what's your first one?
My first one is office supplies. It is going to include tape, glue, or staples.
Tape, glue, or staples?
I should say tape, glue, and staples because you gotta include all of them.
I'm gonna marry glue. I'm gonna fuck tape, and I'm gonna kill off No, fuck. Yeah, I'm gonna kill staples.
You're gonna kill staples?
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually do not the exact opposite, but I am going to basically the opposite. I'm gonna marry staples because I actually staple more than anything out of those 3. Then I'm going to fuck tape, and I'm gonna kill glue. So I don't remember the last time I glued anything.
I use glue. When I hate the doctor.
Okay.
So I've used glue a lot of times on self-medication.
If
I get a bad cut, I'll push it together and I'll super glue it. Not super glue, but I have medical glue.
Okay.
And I'll glue it back together.
Wow.
I'll clean up the cut and all that. And there's people out there like, you're fucking nuts. And I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I have not done that. And I wouldn't staple or tape at that point either. At that point, I don't know what I would do.
Yeah, that's just me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go to the doctor, but it's got to be a death situation. So, yeah. And staples, I don't ever use staples.
Oh, I staple things all the time, but it's mostly for my comedy stuff because I always have a printed out form of what I'm going to be doing.
I try not to staple because I know I'm going to rip it apart eventually, and I hate teared paper.
Oh, no, I have not ever had an issue with that.
So, I hate ripping out staples.
Nah.
All right. Candy, pop, or ice cream?
Wow. You're really doing this to me, huh?
Mm-hmm. I knew.
Candy, pop, and ice cream. My 3 favorite things. Damn, that's tough. I think I'm gonna marry pop because I drink pop every day. I shouldn't, but I do. Actually, I haven't had one today. I usually only have one. Sometimes I'll have 2. But
I like how when you said that, you held up. I only have one, and you put up 2 fingers. Or then you go sometimes 2, and you had 3 fingers up.
Happens.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'll marry pop, even though I shouldn't, because I want to dump pop because it's healthy for me to not drink pop. And I actually have every October I don't drink pop, and I've lost weight every October.
Yeah,
so
it's the sugar, man.
I know. Then I think I'm gonna fuck candy. I think I'm gonna have to kill ice cream.
I'm literally probably gonna go the opposite.
Okay.
I'm marrying ice cream. I love ice cream. That is probably my vice. That's one thing I don't think I could ever get rid of. I love ice cream. I'm gonna probably fuck pop and kill candy because I'm not a huge candy guy. I mean, I'll eat candy, but not a big candy guy. Not like you.
Yeah. Dude, I have like 4 boxes of candy, like just right over here.
I know you do.
Kind of want to eat, but I'm gonna hold off because we're recording.
I like candy, but out of those 3 things, it's probably my least favorite.
Yeah, I feel you. All right, my next one. This is things that you wear. So a watch, a necklace, and a hat.
Now, see, I hurt you with the last one. This one hurts me.
Yep, I know. That's why I'm doing it.
These are 3 of my probably favorite things. I love hats. I love getting weird hats, new hats, different kinds of hats. And I love jewelry. I love necklaces. I've probably worn a necklace every day of my life since 3rd grade.
Oh, wow. I guess I knew you loved them, but I didn't realize it was like that.
Yeah, when's the last time you see me without a necklace?
Well, do you have one on right now?
I take it off when we do the podcast because it jingles. Oh, but yeah, you've seen it. You see my cross. Yep. And watches. I love my watches, man. Pretty sure I got you into really liking watches.
I know. Yep.
I don't think I could get rid of my hat collection. So hats, I'd probably marry. I'll fuck necklaces. I'm gonna probably have to. Oh, I hate this. I'm gonna have to kill watches, I guess. And I really love my watch collection.
I mean, you can just give your watches to me.
I know, and I usually do. I usually give you.
Yeah, you do.
I give you
every time you don't. Yeah, every time you have you get a new watch, or you just have a watch that you just haven't worn in a while. You just say, "Hey, here's another one for you." Mm-hmm. Sweet, I'll take it. I'm gonna marry hats. I love hats too. I had a bunch of them hanging up. I actually just found my old Timberwolves one yesterday while I was watching the Wolves play last night. So I'm gonna marry hats. I'm gonna fuck watches though, and then I'm gonna kill off necklaces because I don't even remember the last time I wore a necklace.
I don't think I've ever seen you with a necklace.
No, I used to wear like some necklaces, and I had I remember wearing those like athletic necklaces.
Yep.
Supposed to like help your
balance and shit like that.
Yeah, yep. I had those for a while. I had like in the 90s when we had the beaded necklaces. I would always want one of them.
I could see you with like a conch shell necklace.
Yeah, well, that's what I had. I used to have those when I was a kid. But
all right,
that's what I would do.
All right, money. your dream career and a happy relationship?
Well, I'm going to marry a happy relationship.
Okay.
I'm not in a relationship, and I'm not necessarily like I'll be in a relationship, but I'm not like looking to get into a relationship just for the sake of getting into a relationship. Like if I'm going to get into a relationship, I want it to be like for an actual relationship.
I like how you're
for,
explaining this answer.
I know.
All right.
Well, I'm just saying.
Just telling you why I'm marrying it, dude. I'm just going to tell you why I'm going to marry the relationship. It's not because I'm going to hop into it. You know, I don't want to rush it, but we're going to get married because I have to do this for this question.
Yeah. I'm just saying I don't want to get married. I just want to be happy if I'm going to do it. You know?
I hear you. There's our loom clock again.
Nice. Man, I think I'm gonna fuck my dream career, and I'm gonna kill off money because as long as I'm happy in my relationship and I'm happy at work, that's the majority of my life anyways. I don't need to be rich. I don't need that. Like if I have money from my career, like that's all I really need to be able to live. As long as I can live a happy life, then I'm fine.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm going to marry my dream career. And I'm going to fuck money. And I'm probably going to kill off the happy relationship.
Okay.
There's days where I'm like, God, I really wish I had a happy relationship. But it seems like there's been a lot more days lately where I'm like, I think I'm good with being, you know, I finally accepted to being alone for the rest of my life.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. Like, if it happens, it happens. But I'm getting so fucking old now that it's like, I don't think it's ever going to happen.
I don't think you're not old. Like, you're still young.
I'm not that young anymore, man. 35 this year, man.
Well, yeah.
It's still really young, but I don't know. Maybe. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, no, I understand that. Like I said, I'm not looking for anything. If it happens, it does. But like, I'm not like seeking it out. I'm not like on any dating apps or anything like that anymore. And I'm just kind of hoping to find somebody just doing the stuff that I enjoy doing.
I think this past year I've kind of gone, I think I need to work on me before I can get with somebody else, you know?
Yeah. And they say you got to love yourself before you can love anybody else. So.
And I do love myself, but I think I need to, the reasons why I feel like I don't think I'm ever good enough. I don't think I'm really down on myself a lot of the time. As confident as I may come across, I'm really down on myself. I don't think I'm good enough for anybody. I never feel good enough, which is all right. Or, I mean, it's not all right, but I'm getting better.
No, and yeah, it's tough because I feel that way too, like a lot of the time, and it's tough to get over that. But like, yeah, it's a fine line because I feel like everybody feels that too. Like everybody feels like they're not quite good enough. Like even if they are in a happy relationship or whatever, they're like, oh, I'm not good enough for this person or whatever. But I feel like you're good enough for sure, dude. Like, I mean, you're good enough to be my podcast partner. So, I mean, of course.
I feel like you're asking me out right now. So.
I mean, I said I was going to marry a happy relationship.
I've said it time and time again. I go, I could be gay until it comes to the sex part. So, yeah. I mean, Roddy, once you get that crazy look in your eye, I'm out.
All right, my last one is basically it's a social media thing. Do you prefer pictures, videos, or live feeds?
I don't live feed very often. I do photos a lot because it's just so much easier.
or just enjoying it, not like what you do personally, but just like
Oh, okay.
enjoying social media too.
I love videos then.
Okay.
So I'm gonna marry videos. I'm gonna fuck photos and kill live feed.
Okay.
What about you?
I think I'm gonna do the same. I'm gonna marry videos. I enjoy making videos too more than pictures. Pictures are cool and everything, but I just like videos are just more engaging, I feel. So I'm gonna marry videos. I'm gonna fuck pictures and kill live feed.
All right, from a business standpoint, how would you do this? Because I'd be totally different, I think.
From a bit like I would still be the same. I would still do videos over pictures and over live feeds because I mean,
I think I'd go live feeds if I can make a profit off of it. If I could charge you for the live feed, I would probably marry the live feed.
how would you do that though? That'd be tough to.
Tom Segura does it all the time.
Oh, I guess yeah. He does that.
You do like that.
Pay.
Yep, that pay-per-view kind of like thing.
Yeah.
He makes a shit ton of money off of that. I mean, you think
I'm still sticking video, picture, live feed.
I would have to go live feed, marry live feed. Marry live feed, probably fuck pictures and kill video.
Oh wow. So you're doing the exact opposite.
Pretty much because if we could do the pay-per-view live feed, that's a big moneymaker. Your photos would be your big promotionals. And then videos just killing off your freaking killing your live feed subscription.
Yeah, for sure.
So on a business standpoint.
Yeah. I'm still sticking with where I'm at.
I like it. That's a good question though, man. I liked it.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Okay.
So what's our next segment?
Our next segment is Love It or Hate It, where we talk about random topics or things or objects or whatever, and we say whether we love it or hate it. There's no middle ground. You have to decide one way or the other.
Sounds good, man. You want me to go first?
Sure.
All right. My first one is rainstorms.
Rainstorms? That's a tough one because I do lean heavy on both sides because I love rainstorms when I like want to just sit down and watch a movie and just enjoy a scary movie and kind of be scared a little bit. You know, I enjoy that feeling.
Yeah.
But I also hate rainstorms when I want to do something outside. So I'm going to say love it just because of how much I enjoy watching a scary movie. I love scary movies. It's like one of my favorite genres, if not my favorite. And that's the perfect time to watch it is during a rainstorm.
Okay.
How about you?
I love rainstorms. Love them.
You dancing in the rainstorm?
Absolutely. My favorite things to do is go dancing in the rain. I love opening the window at night and listening to a good rainstorm, thunderstorm, whatever you want to, and just falling asleep to that. That's like music. But yeah, I definitely would go love. It really does make me sad when I have plans and rains cancel it, you know, but
yeah,
I think I'm still going to love it more than hate it. So, yeah, love it.
Sweet. Mine is shopping.
I told you this when we went over this. I got 2 answers for this one.
Okay.
Love it. All right. I love it when it's for me or if I'm buying it for like somebody else. So I will say I love it for that. If I'm with somebody and they're shopping and I'm just with them, absolutely hate it. I don't want to be that guy walking around with you in the store going, all right, what are you buying? Because it's going to make me want to buy something and I don't want to buy something at that time, probably. If I'm not able to buy or not allowed to buy something, hate it. I don't want to watch you freaking go shopping.
Yeah. No, mine is shopping like you are the one shopping.
Yeah. So
and you love it.
Love it when it's for me or if I'm the one shopping for somebody else. Hate it if I got to go with somebody to watch them shop.
Okay. Fair enough. I said love it as well. I love shopping, whether it be in a store or online, but it has to be like for something that I like need, if that makes sense. Like I don't really enjoy going shopping just for shopping's sake.
Yeah.
Like I'm not just a random like, hey, let's just do a shopping day, you know? Like if I'm going to do a shopping day, like I want to be like, okay, well, I need a new pair of hiking boots, or I need a new disc, or I need a present for Mother's Day, or, you know, I need to have like a goal in mind that I want to be able to get. And I will definitely do X shopping during that shopping, like, but I need to have like a goal or a task to get done during that, if that makes sense. So I said love it.
Nice. All right. Dreams.
Dude, we talked about this not too long ago, and I love dreams. I love just like, especially like what we were saying, like when you know you're in the dream and you have a little bit of control and you like get to do things that you might not normally do in a dream. It's awesome, especially like when it is so vivid and it's like basically like you're watching a movie or you're like in a movie. Like that's what it feels like, especially like when I know I'm in a dream, because then I like know that there aren't any consequences and I get to do whatever. Like that's the best.
Yeah. Yeah, I love dreaming too. And it's like I said, other than that one that I talked about earlier, where it felt like I lost everything.
Yep.
I do not mind. I don't even mind nightmares anymore. Like I kind of enjoy them. Actually, I'm like, all right, because eventually, at some point, I know I'll be scared during them until at some point I know that I'm dreaming, and I become vivid and I can control it, and I'm like, this is gonna be a fun dream. Let's go, let's go, motherfuckers.
Yep.
So yeah, I absolutely love dreaming.
Sweet. My next one is sporks.
I hate them.
Okay. Why do you hate them?
I just not a big fan. Not good memories.
Good memories?
Yeah.
You have a bad instance, like with a bad spork?
Yeah. Many.
Interesting.
That and just give me a spoon and a fork. The fork never really works very good on it. You can't really poke anything with it. So just give me the damn spoon. Give me the fork. Just not a big fan.
I also said hate it, actually.
Really?
I would much rather just use a fork or just use a spoon. Like the worst is when you get a bowl from KFC.
Yeah.
The KFC bowl.
They give you the spork.
And they give you a spork and you're like,
the fork part of it never works.
Yeah, just give me a fork or give me a spoon. I'll use either one of them. But like when I get the spork, I think I can fork the chicken, but you can't.
No.
And you end up cutting it in half, and you're like, well, it's only a spoon now anyways.
Yeah,
like,
it's more of a spive, because it's more of a knife than a damn freaking fork.
Yeah. No, I agree with that. I'm not a spork guy. I would rather just go one way or the other. Just make a decision.
Yeah. I think it was a dumb invention. Maybe if you made the fork a little bit longer, like to where you could actually stab some stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, but then the spoon part is worthless.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Farting.
I love farting. I love like I love when I do it. I love when other people do it. Unless it's at like, there has definitely been a time or two where it was inappropriate, or it
I
was
think that's
just,
the best time.
Well, I mean, inappropriate is a good time too.
That,
But I'm just saying, like, there's been times where it was like kind of like it was disgusting because of like who it was, how it happened, and like if you smell it and it's the person that you don't want to smell it from, and it's just awkward, and you're just
that's the
then
ones
they
I laugh
laugh
at
and
the most.
they are just loving it, and then you're just like, this is the worst thing that could happen right now. Like I've had bad experiences, is what I'm saying, but overall, I love farts.
I would have to be in a bad mood for me not to like a fart.
Yeah,
because like you said, in those situations where it's inappropriate, that's when I think it's the funniest.
Yeah,
that's the ones where I'm like, you just farted during a wedding. That is fucking awesome. You just farted during a funeral. Thank you.
Yep. No, I was talking like for the inappropriate. Like, there's definitely been times where I'm like at work and it's a coworker and it's just like an awkward thing because you're like, I'm not this comfortable with you, and you shouldn't be that comfortable with me.
I love it when it's just the two of you and they're trying to blame it on something else. I'm like, motherfucker, there's only two of us in this freaking elevator right now.
Yeah, yep. And I didn't do it.
Yeah. So. You can't blame the outside. Like, we're in an elevator. Like, you know, yeah, I know it's you. That's the best part. So, yeah, I said I love it.
Yep.
So.
All right. My last one is miniature things.
This is going to make you upset, but I went with hate it.
Oh.
Because I know how much you love it.
I love many things.
I'm not a knick-knack guy, and you're a knick-knack guy.
Yep.
You love your knick-knacks.
Yep. Knick-knacks are the best. I love them. I got a bunch of them right here. I got a couple office ones. I got a couple just random desk ones. I got a mini golf one. I got a moonlight one. I got a random dice. I got lots of stuff. Just
you got your mini helmets.
Right, I got a ton of mini helmets. Man, I got lots of mini things.
Mini discs?
I love it. Discs? Yeah, the minis. Yep. Yeah. I had a bunch of minis. Dude. I have one mini that's got my face on it, and I call it Mini Me.
Dude, I think you got more mini discs than I do regular discs.
Probably. I got a lot of minis downstairs.
Yeah.
I have a mini basket.
I know you do. So, yeah, I went with I have enough clutter in my life that if I keep going minis, then I'm just going to really clutter up even worse.
Yeah. Oh, I got cluttered, but I love it.
You're organized, though. You're way more organized than I am, so.
Yeah, I have all my stuff organized. Like, yeah, basically all my mini stuff is like on my desk, except for a couple things over there.
And in order. You even keep your minis in order of stuff. You have a system for your mini shit.
Dude, I got a system for everything.
I know you do, and I love that.
Oh, yeah.
So, all right, what's the next?
Next is Roddy or Vandy. This is where we talk about random things, and we figure out if it's going to be something that is more apt for Roddy or more apt for Vandy to either do or say or experience or whatever. We just have to figure out which one is who is more likely to affect.
Okay.
I can keep going.
All right, you go first on this one.
Okay. So, who is more likely to lash out at somebody because they park next to them when the entire parking lot is available?
I'm going to say Roddy.
I'm going to say Roddy as well, because this just happened not too long ago. I literally just did it. I was working at the grocery store, my really part-time job.
Yeah.
This guy parks. I'm sitting here. I just got out of my car and I'm about to open the back door, right? I'm literally like my hand is on the handle and the whole parking lot is empty. And he's trying to pull into the spot right next to me.
Motherfucker.
And so I'm literally like, so I get close to my door so I don't have to like get in his way. I let him park, but as he was doing that, I gave him the meanest look, right? And so I just gave him the look. I didn't think anything of it. I opened my door and I'm like getting my stuff, getting ready to go in. And the guy opens his door and he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm the dick for not being able to read your mind." I'm like, dude, there's a spot everywhere in this parking lot. You didn't have to park next to me. Like, I don't know what your problem is. And then he's like, "Who do you think you are?" I'm like,
what an asshole.
I just think I'm a guy that doesn't need to park next to somebody when he's trying to get stuff out of his car. You dick. Like, I don't know. It was not fun. That guy he was probably having a bad day, but I wasn't
made your day
having
worse.
Yeah, well, I wasn't having a great day either because that was around the time where it's a rough time of year for me because it's April. That's when Donovan passed away.
Yeah, I hear you.
And so I wasn't in a great mood, and he wasn't in a great mood, so it was just not a good situation for anybody.
I hear you.
But
yeah, I definitely went with you because, to be honest, I could give two shits less. Unless I'm, like I said, if they capture me on the wrong day where I'm just having a bad day, then I'm gonna probably be like, "Motherfucker, get the fuck away from me right now. I just want to be alone for a minute."
Well, and it wasn't even like that wasn't the part that frustrated me.
No, I know.
I was literally I was trying to get into my car and I had to stop, and then he was a dick about it afterwards. I'm like,
that's what would have
could have
thrown me off.
parked.
It wouldn't have been so much
like,
the parking next to me thing that would have been, but you being a dick, that's what would have pissed me off.
Yeah, well, literally, he could have gone to any other spot. The whole parking lot was wide open, and he just, I don't know. I don't understand. Like, I even said that to him. I'm like, dude, you could have parked anywhere. But, yeah. I also was a little more aggressive than I am right now when I said it.
Nice. All right. Who is more likely to jump out of the plane first when going skydiving?
This is a tough one. I said Roddy. I feel like it also might be you. I don't know though. Like, I feel like it could go either way on this one.
I went both ways on this one. I went Roddy if he just got the balls and just went and did it. Because you have that in you to just go fuck it and do it. But then when you start talking yourself, you can talk yourself out of things, and then that's when I step up and I go fuck it. I'll be the balls this time, and I'll go. So I think it just depends on what mood you're in.
Okay, yeah, because I am definitely kind of either an all in or a wait. Let's just give it a second, and then that's when, like you said, like you step up and you're like, no, we need to do this. Like, I will go first. You're coming after. Yeah.
When I'll suggest things, and especially if I think it's going to be good for us, I'll talk you into doing something with me. And then if you start backing out, then that's when I step in and go, all right, I'll take the lead on this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I know it's a good time and I know we're going to have a good time, and I'll push us into it. Where you'll sometimes like try to talk yourself out of it. But then there's times where I'm hesitant and I'll sit back in the weeds and you'll just go, I got this. That's when I'll go second. I'll be like, I'm going to let you have this one because you're all about it.
Yep.
So,
yeah. My next one is,
go ahead.
Okay. Who is more likely to call the cops in a tight situation?
I said Roddy.
Okay. I said Vandy.
Why'd you say me?
Well, I haven't really had a whole lot of situations where I've had to call the cops. I didn't know if you had.
No, I try to.
Okay.
Like, even when I was a manager at the bowling alley, if there were situations,
Yeah.
people are like, hey, let's call the cops. I'm like, let's try to take care of the situation first before we get the cops in the end.
Yeah.
I try to keep the cops out of every situation possible.
Yeah. I'm kind of the same way. And so that's why I said Vandy, just because I didn't know if you had any stories about it or not.
No, well, I've had to call, like, at when working at the bowling alley as a manager, I've had to call the cops a couple of times, but
yeah,
just because shit, when it gets so far out of the hand, like, hey, all right, I need you guys to come up, but I try to keep them low. But I do not want the cops involved ever.
Yeah.
It's never a good situation.
No, it's not fun for anybody.
Right. So, yeah. So I said you because I figured shit got heated. You'd be the first one to be like, all right, let's get the cops involved. And I'd be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. So.
No, that's fair.
All right. Who do you think would be the first, or who do you think could finish a marathon, Roddy or Vandy?
I guess I'm not sure how to answer this. Are we going to do this right now, or if we had the opportunity to train?
Let's go right now.
Right now? I feel like right now I'm going to say Roddy.
Wow. Okay.
Just because I feel pretty confident in like my ability to keep going. Like my stamina right now is pretty good. I could just keep going and going and going if I needed to. I'm not like going to be fast. I'm not going to get a good time on it, but I'll finish for sure. Or like, actually, to be honest, I don't think either of us would be able to do it now without any training. So that's why I was also going to say that.
Oh.
I don't think either of us could finish it without any, because it's 26 miles.
Okay.
You got to do a lot of training to do.
Let's do this.
Some marathons.
Come on.
I'll say Vandy then, because I'm not trying. And then if I was going to say, if we had the opportunity to train, I think you would be able to do it, because I feel like you would train a little harder, because I would want to do other stuff also. Like I would want to go.
Now you're giving me, like, at first I go, I got 2 answers for this. Now the way you're explaining it, I go, now I got 3. And now after you said that, I go, now I got 4 answers. All right. So here's my first answer.
Okay.
I said Vandy, because if we just went at it right now, I have the mindset to just keep going. Like, the only way I'm going to stop is if I'm going to, I'd have to die. That's just the way I am. It's a mindset thing for me. Second answer, you said if we trained, I said Roddy. Because I think halfway through the training, I'd be like, why are we doing this? I'm fucking done. I'm out. I'll talk myself out of it. And I also, part of that second answer is if there's stairs involved or any kind of a hill, I'd be like, Roddy's got this, because I don't do fucking stairs. Third answer, what'd you say? You were talking about training.
Oh, I would want to do other stuff.
Yeah, training. I said I'd back out of training. If there was something on the line, like if we had some bigger bet, I'm definitely training a lot harder, and I'm definitely going to win this fucking thing, because my mindset would be completely different. But if there's nothing on the line and we're training, eventually I'm going to talk myself out of it and be like, this is fucking dumb. We're done. And then that's where I think you would win. If there's nothing on the line and we had to train for it, I'd be like, all right, Roddy's got this.
Yeah. What was the fourth one? Because you had 4.
I know. I can't remember what you said now.
So it was, I think you said the fourth one was when I said, because I would want to do other stuff. So I would want to like go on a hike and not have to worry about running. I would just want to walk, and just enjoy nature. Or I would want to play disc golf, or I'd want to play Nintendo Switch, or I'd want to like do other stuff besides training.
Yeah, I can't remember now.
Oh, okay.
But those 3, like, if we went right now, I think I would do it. But if we did training and there was nothing on the line, you would do it because I'd talk myself out of the training. I'd be like, there's nothing in this for
Yep.
me. I'm done. But if we just went right now, I would do it just to prove you wrong. And there'd be something like when you said it's 26 miles, we couldn't do this. I'd be like, fuck you, dude. I could do it tomorrow. Let's fucking go. Because now there's something on the line. Now I have something on the line where I can prove you wrong.
Yeah, you had the pride.
Yeah.
It was a pride thing. Yep.
Where you'd be like, all right, let's train. All right, let's train and do this. Eventually I'd be like, all right, motherfucker, let's train. We get like 2 weeks into training and I'd be like, there's no bet. There's nothing on the line here. I'm done.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to do it.
I don't need to win.
And I think that's where you would take over and go, I'm going to prove to you that I'm going to beat you. And I'm going to be like, all right, you win. I don't care anymore. But then if all of a sudden we put a bet on it, like something would be on it or something, I got to have something on there. There's got to be something in there for me. Like I said, in the beginning right now, it would be the pride. That's on the line for me if we go right now. But if we had to train and the pride was the only thing on it, I'm going to talk myself out of it. I'm going to be like, I got better things to do.
Yeah.
But then I said, the fourth one was if there was hills or stairs.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, then I win.
You win because I don't do stairs.
So we each win half the time.
Yeah. 2 for you, 2 for me.
Yep.
But yeah, when you said no way either one of us would, I was like, oh fuck, motherfucker, I want to go sign up right now. I'm like that just kicked up a fire in me. I'm like, I want to freaking go sign up for a 26 miler right now and be like, all right, let's go.
Well, the reason I say that is because my buddy Merck is training to run a marathon right now, and I'm just watching his Facebook and stuff, and he's running quite a bit, like getting ready for this thing. It just looks like a lot of training. So that's why I'm thinking, like, if we were to just go do it, I don't think I'd be able to finish.
See, and now in my mindset right now, I'd have better luck of finishing it tomorrow than if I had a month of training. Because I already have the mindset, like, I can do this.
Yeah.
If I trained, I'm going to be like, I can't do this. Like, I just don't think...
Even if I had the mindset, I just don't think physically my body is ready to run that much.
I've always been pretty decent at long distance runs.
Well, like I said, I feel like I have good like endurance, and I feel like I can go a long time doing things, except when you don't have the training behind you for a marathon. Like 26 miles is more than I've ever ran. And I just, my body would just die.
Do you know how bad I want to just try it just to be like, see, motherfucker, I told you I could do it. But then I go, in the back of my head, I go, I think I can do it, but that's not what's stopping me. What's stopping me is the next day after doing it.
Because you wouldn't be able to work.
Yeah. I go, I want to do it so I can prove you that I can do it. But then I go, I know I'm going to be sore as fuck for like the next 2 or 3 days. Cramped up, sore. My legs aren't working. And I have to call into work and be like, I can't work the next 3 days because I need to heal.
I would say it would take longer than 3 days, to be honest. Like, I can't imagine. Like, it's so much training is what I'm seeing. Like, just to do a marathon one time, like the recovery on that is going to be a lot if you don't do any training at all.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I don't know.
Anyways, I'll go into my last
There's so many different training styles for marathons too. Like from what I've read and heard and talked to other people, there's people that go 2 mile runs. That's all you need to do. 2 mile runs. And then there's other people like 13 miles. You need to do a half of what you're doing. And I'm like, all right, well, which is it? And in my mindset, it'd be like, let's just fucking do it.
I just don't know if that works. I don't know how many people run marathons.
Bert did it
without training. He ran a marathon without training.
Yep.
I don't know about that.
No, he did. He was on Joe Rogan and he's like, I could do a marathon tomorrow. When he was on Joe Rogan, he said that. And then they go, no way you could do that, motherfucker. No way. He signed up and he finished. Like 2 weeks later. And he finished a whole marathon.
Damn.
And he's been on podcasts. He's like, I literally saw a woman in front of me shit herself. And he goes, yeah, I finished a marathon. Everybody was like, so, he goes, I didn't do great time, but I finished. Without training. He goes, and it was.
That's hard for me to believe.
It happened. Like, I don't know. He's been on Joe Rogan and talked about it. And Joe,
you can be on Joe Rogan and talk about anything. Like,
well, yeah, but I mean,
people know how to lie.
yeah, but there was a bet on it. Like they bet on it because Joe, Tom, and Ari was like, "There's no freaking way," and they bet on it.
And they were all there.
Yeah, they all witnessed it. He did like a live feed and all that. It was a big thing. I think it happened like 3-4 years ago.
I guess I didn't see any of that. But
yeah, that's where his Mickey Mantle gene always comes in. He's like, got that Mickey Mantle gene.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
All right. Who is more likely to buy something that they don't need?
I said Roddy.
I said Roddy too.
Because I've seen you do it all the time.
Yeah, I do it quite often. But
and the funny thing is, you'll buy things that you don't need, and you'll talk yourself into it like it's a good idea. And then I'll try to talk you into buying something that you probably could use, and you'll go, I don't need that.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, if I get an idea in my head, I usually have to see it to completion. And then like sometimes I will realize like, oh, I didn't need that at all. Like I've never used that. or I've used it one time and then it was just done.
Yep. So yeah, I said Roddy for sure because I've seen you do it multiple times.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I've probably done it recently without even.
Oh, I'm sure. All right. Who is more likely to get married first?
Oh man. I said Vandy, but it's a coin toss, like you said earlier. It could be any of us. It could be either of us.
I said Roddy.
Okay.
So
why did you say that? I didn't have a real reason. I just said Vandy because.
Well, I said you because, like I said earlier, I'm to the point where I'm starting to accept being alone.
Yeah.
And I think you still have the dreams of being with somebody. Where I still dream about it, but I think your hopes are a little higher than mine.
Oh, okay.
Have been lately.
Yeah.
So I said.
Well,
I think you would be quicker to jump into it. No.
Yeah. Well, if we put something on the line, though, I think
if we put a bet on it. Well, I'm getting married tomorrow, motherfucker.
I'm getting married while I run a marathon.
Yep. Boom. So, yeah, that's all.
Sweet. Go into Would You Rather?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So with Would You Rather, we talk about, we name two things and we go, would you rather do this or would you rather do that? Would you rather want this or would you rather want that? And that is Would You Rather. So, Roddy, you want to go first?
Sure. Okay, so would you rather run 100 miles an hour or fly 10 miles an hour?
I said fly.
Okay.
Because I'd rather have that scenic. I'm a very slow paced guy.
So you'd rather fly really slow than be able to run really fast?
Now, are we talking like fly like a bird? Like I can just flap my arms and fly, or fly like Superman? Or are we like talking about an airplane?
No, like you get to fly like
Superman.
Like Superman or with your arms, but it's only 10 miles an hour is your top speed.
I'm flying.
So you're like basically floating.
Yeah.
You're not going fast at all.
Yep. I'm flying.
Okay.
I'm cool with that.
That's what I said too. I said fly 10 miles an hour because you could just it would take a long time to get wherever you're going, but you could go over everything. So
Yep.
maybe it would be a little less because you could go directly to it.
It might actually even be faster.
In some situations, yeah. But if you're able to run 100 miles an hour, though, you can get places pretty quick.
You could. But like, I think long distance, I think flying that speed might be faster, because the fastest point from A to B is a straight line. Where when you're running, you might not be able to run that straight line. You might have to zigzag a little bit here and there and go around this and around that.
Yep.
So, yeah, I'm definitely flying though. I want to see that. That's
what I would do.
That scenic route and shit.
Well, plus then you get to like experience things that nobody has ever experienced. Like obviously you could do that with running 100 miles an hour, but it's not the same.
Right.
Like, people can run, people can't fly.
Right. All right. Would you rather wear the same socks for a month or wear the same underwear for a week?
I said I would rather wear the same underwear for a week, because I can wear it once and then turn it around, wear it again, flip it inside out, wear it, turn it around, wear it again. So that's 4 days with essentially different underwear. And then 3 days where I'm going to have to repeat, but I'll just do the same, do the original day, then the second day and the third day, and I'm good.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then socks. You can't, I don't like wet socks or dirty socks. So
my feet sweat bad. So I could deal, I think I could handle underwear for a week, because I don't think they're going to get that. I mean, they're going to be bad, but I don't think they're going to be as bad as how crusty my socks would be. I think them damn things would stand on end after a week. So yeah.
Yeah. We're on the same page on that one, because
I can't deal
if I'm out doing stuff, like you said, my feet are going to be rank.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to be honest, when we were on that trip, when we were sleeping in our car, I think the majority of the stink that was coming off of me was from my feet.
Probably. I'm going to say the same with mine. My feet sweat. That's where I sweat the most.
Yeah.
So yeah, either my feet or my back sweats the most.
Mm.
And I can't do socks. That's probably the first thing that I change. Period.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do socks 2 days in a row. I'm like, these are so grody. Like,
yeah. Would you rather water ski or snow ski?
I'm gonna say water ski, because I'm not a big snow skier. Like, I'm a snowboarder.
Okay.
So I'm gonna water ski. I
said water.
I'd rather wakeboard in the summertime too, but I bet I've water skied more than I've snow skied.
Yeah, I'm actually the same way. I have water skied and wakeboarded way more than I have on the snow.
Right.
And I just feel like, in my experience, I know how to fall into the water properly without hurting yourself. And I wouldn't know how to fall properly without like breaking an ankle on a snow ski. You know, I would have to get a lot more practice in. And
if I wipe out on water skis, I think I'm going to get, if we wipe out on both, I think I'm going to get hurt way worse in the snow. Yeah,
same. Yeah, I know how to fall and get the ski off if I need to. Like,
yeah. All right. Would you rather live the same day for one whole year, or take 3 years off of the end of your life?
I'm going to say that I would rather live the same day for a year, because there's a chance that day that I'm living was a pretty good day, or at least an average day, and I'm cool with living an average day for a year. Hopefully it's a day off and not a work day.
Dude,
but I mean, I'm still living, because it's only 1 year out of my life rather than 3. I would rather sacrifice 1 year than sacrifice 3 years.
Yeah. I'm living the one day. for a whole year. And I wonder, like, I guess I just didn't think of this. I didn't think this through. Because if after that 1 year is over, do you get that whole year back of your life? Because if that's true, then I'm going to learn a shit ton of things. And then start right back out from that day. You know what I'm saying?
Well, from how I'm
yep,
interpreting it is you still have lived a life. So like lived your life. So like say it happened like right now. Like I'm 31 right now. I would be 32
after that year. But you're still living the same day?
Yeah, but I'm still learning. Like you're still able to learn lessons and stuff like that. Like it's just gonna be you're living the same.
So everybody else around you just didn't join a year.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So it's almost like you were like gone for a year. Like you were just absent for your life for a year, just living that one day, and then all of a sudden you're like jumping back into where your life would be, I guess.
Yeah, I'm still taking the 1 year then, I guess. And I'm doing something different every. Or do you got to do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again for a whole year?
Well, it says that you live the same day. It doesn't say that you have to live the same day.
It says you live the same day. So do you live the same day or do you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
it's that. Yeah. Well, I mean, because I was like, there's different movies that have similar like ideas behind them, but they like do it a little differently. Like the one with
Groundhog's Day and.
Well, yeah, Groundhog's Day, but have you seen the more recent one with Andy Samberg?
Yep.
Palm Springs.
Yep.
And he lives the same day, but he lives it differently because he learns from the previous day that he learned.
Right.
So he like was able to change what he did the next day.
So what if you had to do the exact same thing over and over and over and over? Like you couldn't venture off. You had to do the same thing from the time you woke up to the time you go to sleep. Every single thing for a full year.
I'd still do it because I would rather sacrifice 1 year than 3 years.
Yeah, but it's 3 years off the end of your life. This is This is 1 year in the middle of your prime.
Well, yeah.
I think I'm taking 3 years off the end of my life.
Yeah.
I would get so bored. Knowing in my mind knowing like I'm doing the same fucking thing.
How do you know this is the prime though? Maybe this isn't the prime. Maybe the prime is when we're older.
No, because I'm going to live to be like 106. You can take the last 3 years off of that. I don't need those last 3 years of you pushing me around in a wheelchair. I'm good with that.
Well, I like how you're saying that I'm going to be pushing you around in a wheelchair because that means I'm still like mobile enough to.
Well, you're a little younger than me. You haven't made that wheelchair yet.
Yeah, that 3 years is going to be the difference, I guess.
Yeah, you're going to end up in the wheelchair too because you pushed me around for so goddamn long.
Yeah, so then when you die off,
you get my chair.
Me around?
You get my chair.
Yeah,
you can get my chair.
I'm gonna make it give it a motor at that point.
So, yeah. All right.
Would you rather read a book or listen to a book being read to you?
I would rather have somebody read it to me.
Okay.
But now, if I had to get through the whole book, I would have to read it.
You don't want them to read you the entire book?
I think I'd fall asleep.
Oh.
Where if I'm reading it, I don't think I'll get the whole book. Where if somebody reads it to me, my mind's probably going to venture off into other things.
I'm the opposite. I actually did say that I would listen to the book being read to me. Like, I feel like it's, at that point, it's almost like a podcast, and I'm just listening and getting the story down. And I feel like I would learn more that way. And I would actually get distracted if I were reading it, because I would be sitting there and I'd be like reading it, and then I would kind of daydream every now and then. Yeah. And I'd have to go back and reread it and figure out what I had just read. And so, like, with a podcast or like just listening to it, like, that's how I would interpret it. I would be able to pay attention and get the gist of everything.
I would get more if I read it. My mind would venture way more if somebody read it to me.
Interesting. Yeah, I don't.
Like, same with podcasts. Like, I can listen to the same podcast. I'm like, I listened to this twice already. I totally did not remember hearing that part ever. I have ADD so goddamn bad, it's not even funny.
Yeah.
So, all right. Would you rather sip gin with Ryan Reynolds, or have tequila on the rocks with Dwayne the Johnson, the Rock?
Dwayne the Johnson.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I just love the way you said that. Dwayne the Johnson.
The Rock. All right, I'm tired.
Dwayne
it's
the
late.
Rock
All right,
Johnson.
all right. I've been working since I've been up since 5. All right.
I'm sorry. I just thought it was hilarious. Man, I said Ryan Reynolds, but I love them both, and I wouldn't care what we're drinking at that point. Like, I would just love to get to know both of them. I've known The Rock. He's been in my life way longer than Ryan Reynolds, but I feel like I'd be able to connect more with Ryan Reynolds, just because he's closer to my age, and like, I feel like just from what I've seen him in, like, I feel like we have similar sense of humors. So I feel like I'd be able to get along with him a little bit better. Because The Rock, I've known since like The Rock in the 90s. Like, I've known of him for that long. But I'm going to stick with Ryan Reynolds. I think I'd have a.
Do you think Ryan Reynolds is younger or older than The Rock?
Is he older than The Rock?
I don't know. I'm going to look it up. Because I think they've got to be close to the same age.
I'm saying he's younger.
All right. Ryan Reynolds was born in 1976.
Okay.
Let's see.
That's about what I was thinking. And then The Rock, I want to say, is probably like, I want to say 70. So maybe not that much, but it's still probably going to be like 5 years. I want to say he's 70, maybe 60s.
4 years. It's 1972.
72, okay.
So he's 4 years older. I thought I was like, you were like, Dwayne Johnson's been in my life a lot longer, and I'm closer in age with Ryan. I'm like, they're about the same age, I think. I'm like, what? But
I guess I was just doing it based on how long I've known. Yeah. Well, yeah, personality, and just how long, like, I've known, like, I literally have a VHS tape of The Rock, like, doing his, like, extra stuff that it was basically supposed to be like a documentary of his life outside of wrestling. And I would watch that every now and then. And then Ryan Reynolds, I didn't know about until I was an adult. So. Okay.
I went with Ryan Reynolds, but I'd rather drink tequila than the gin, but
yeah.
But I went with Ryan Reynolds because, no offense, like, I like The Rock and all, and I like his career, and I wouldn't mind it, but there's no part of his career that would match my career. I would learn more from Ryan Reynolds than The Rock. I mean, maybe The Rock could help me because he's more of a social media guy than Ryan Reynolds. But I don't know. Yeah. Like, there's no part of... I would rather have Ryan Reynolds' career than The Rock's career.
Okay. Even though The Rock is making a lot more money.
Is he?
Dude, he's like one of the most highly paid actors around.
So is Ryan Reynolds, though, isn't he?
Well, yeah, but like The Rock is like known like for making a lot of, like, he makes, like, I think he's like one of the top actors, if not the top actor, for being paid the most.
Really?
Yeah. Or he was at one point. I know that for sure.
Yeah, but Ryan Reynolds had to be up there too, though, I think. Ryan Reynolds was named the sexiest man alive.
Well, that doesn't mean you're getting paid for it. So was The Rock. I think The Rock was the sexiest man alive at one point too.
Curious. You want to look it up? You want to see who Who's worth more? Who do you think's worth more?
I don't know. I'm not really. I don't really care.
I don't either. But all right, you look up what The Rock's net worth is, and I'll look up Ryan Reynolds.
Okay. All right. So I'm looking up Dwayne
The Johnson. Fucker.
Dwayne Johnson net worth is. Oh shoot.
I think The Rock might be worth more, maybe. I definitely thought it would be Ryan Reynolds. But maybe not.
Well, it says his films have grossed over $3.5 billion in North America and over $10.5 billion worldwide.
What's his
making
net
him
worth?
one of the world's highest grossing and highest paid actors.
Okay. What's his net worth?
It's not answering. What's Ryan Reynolds' net worth? Oh, here it is. $320 million.
Wow. Okay. Never mind then. Ryan Reynolds is 150 mil.
Okay. Yeah, I told you Dwayne had some money.
Wow. Okay.
But yeah.
I definitely thought Ryan Reynolds was worth more. Not that it really matters, but
not quite.
I'd still rather hang out with Ryan Reynolds because he's a comedic actor. I'd rather learn.
Nah.
But so is The Rock. But I don't know. I just don't. I don't look into The Rock as big as everybody else, I guess.
Yeah. No, I wasn't. It's just because I've heard things like about his career, and that just stuck out to me when they said that he was one of the highest paid actors. I was like, oh, didn't realize that.
Which is, I don't think he's that great of an actor.
I think he's good. Like, he's been acting since.
Yeah. I'm not saying he's bad. I just don't think he's as good as. Like, I've seen some movies of his where I'm like, that's pretty cheesy. I'm out. You know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just me. So, all right. Do you have one left?
Nope. I think that's it.
All right. So are we ready to be at that time of the night?
Yeah. What time of night is it?
Dedication time, baby.
Dedication. Who are we going to dedicate this episode to?
Beth Stellings, right?
Yep, Beth Stelling. I mentioned her actually earlier today in this episode, and I figured she'd be a really good one for this one. I mean, I just recently listened to a podcast. Like I said, I just listened to her episode on Hot Breath. And again, that's the, what am I trying to say? The podcast about comedians from comedians, which is really interesting. And she was I really enjoyed listening to her. It was kind of funny though, because they were making fun of her for rambling on there, which I didn't even think she was rambling. So I don't know. That part didn't make sense to me. And I feel like she was a very good guest. And I had a tough time with the host saying some weird things, but other than that, it was good. I've also listened to her on other podcasts. I don't know if she was on Mike Birbiglia's or not, but I have listened to.
I'm pretty
her
sure she was. I'm pretty sure me and you have listened to her on Mike Birbiglia.
Oh, maybe she was on that, but I know she was on You Made It Weird with Pete Holmes as well.
Nice.
It was one or the other or both that I've listened to her on there, but she's a really, really funny comedian.
Yeah, she's hilarious. I love her stand up. I love her style. Very pretty girl. But yeah, saw her do stand up here in Minnesota a couple years ago. And it was a great show. She's very funny. She's a great talker, athletic. Yeah, she's one of my faves. I'm not a huge female comedian guy, but she's definitely one of my faves.
Yeah, no, I love like everything I've seen her in. Like I saw her do like some roasting. She was on a comedy roast thing, and she was hilarious.
She is very funny. She's quick.
Oh yeah, and I would. She's one of the comedians that I would love to eventually run into one day just randomly.
She does good crowd work.
Yeah.
From what I've seen. Dude, she's very funny. Very, very funny. So yeah, if you haven't seen or heard of Beth Stelling, go check out her out. Go check out her comedy. Go listen to her. She's hilarious. She's very funny. She's got a lot of stuff out. A lot of podcasts she's been in, like you said. She's got a couple of Netflix specials, I think. So yeah, go check her out.
Yeah, she's got a new one. Yeah, she's got a new one that she's. If it hasn't come out yet, it's going to be coming out soon, I think.
Yeah. Go check her out. She's a very, very funny comedian.
Yeah.
So.
But yeah, I can't wait to do the deep dive on this one.
Yeah.
And if I'm not a part of it, I can't wait to hear it.
Hey, you know you're welcome anytime to do the deep dive with me. Like I said, I still got to get back into it. Like I said in the last one, life's been pretty hectic lately.
Oh yeah, no, and that's okay. We'll get to it. We'll get there.
Yeah, I'm getting into it. I just want to make them the best I can make them, and I'm not going to just put out a half-assed show. So.
Yeah. No, and I agree with that. I think it should be fully asked if you're going to do it.
Absolutely, full asked. So yeah. This was a fun episode, man. I kind of liked it. It was pretty good.
Yeah, dude. This is really fun. I do have a shout out myself.
Okay.
If you don't,
go
if you don't
for
mind me. I know last episode we talked about we talked about me doing some stand up, and obviously I do stand up every Thursday at Dublin's. So if you guys are interested in looking at any open mics or just want to see me do some stand up, you can always hit me up there. Otherwise, like I said, it'll already be passed, but if you are interested in seeing live comedy near the cities, you can always do the open mic at Blarney's. That's the one I will be doing actually here. When this is actually aired, I had done it last night. So I don't know how it went, but it went really well is what I'm hoping to say. But it is hosted by Lauren Rice, and she will be, she's really funny comedian. So if you want to just come see some really good stand up, some comics obviously are going to probably be working on their newer stuff, but it's just really cool to support live comedy, and open mics are a great way to support local comics. So
Lauren Rice, and where's this at again?
It's going to be at Blarney's. And it's every Sunday night is her open mic. And I did get permission. She did want me to promote that if possible. I asked her if it was okay, and she said yes. So.
What town is Blarney's in?
That one is, I believe it's at 7:30.
In what town?
7. It's in the cities.
So Minneapolis?
Yep.
Okay. Blarney's 7:30, and that's on Sundays?
On Sundays, yep. It's just an open mic, so even if you want to go perform yourself, you can.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm asking. I might go out there.
Yeah, as far from what I've heard, it seems like a good one, and like I said, I'll actually be doing that here on Mother's Day. So.
Oh, sweet. Maybe swing down here, pick me up.
Yeah, maybe. if it's not like too far out of the way, because I'm gonna be hanging out with my mom and then going straight there.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. If I can, I will. I'm gonna be hanging out.
Maybe we can meet up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely would love to go. I think I'm free that weekend, so.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, we'll check it out.
And that'll actually be like I said yesterday.
Nice, dude. Yeah, perfect. Hopefully we can get some more people out there. Go check it out.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I wanted to do the shout out. I told her that by the time this airs that people aren't going to be able to come see us perform there, unless obviously we do it another weekend as well. But it's tough because I work Sundays.
I'll throw out some posts for it, man.
Sweet.
I'll throw it up on the page. I'll throw it on all our social medias, which come check us out. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We got the YouTube going. Go subscribe. Go rate us wherever you're listening to. Check us out. Subscribe. It helps out a lot. What else?
You can always catch us at www.thestupidestpodcast.com.
Also, we have I forgot Snapchat.
Oh,
So
yes.
Go at our
Check
Snapchat.
us out on Snapchat. Add us.
The stupidest
we'll
pod.
post some stories. Yeah. We'll post some stories. You'll see us do some stuff together, some stuff separate.
Yep.
But
we always throw up when the new episodes are coming up.
Yep.
All that. So, yeah. This was a good one, man. So.
Yeah, it was good seeing you again. I mean, we just talked not too long ago, and I don't know for sure if we're going to be doing another one here yet tonight, but I'm hoping so.
Yeah. So, all right. Have a good one.
Have a good one.